All right. Live. Live. All right, let's do that whole thing we were talking about doing.
9 o'clock in Chicago, 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock where you are as well in Texas, 7 o'clock where I am in Seattle, Washington. And we're back after a week off. We took a week off for the holiday.
And yeah,
so now we're back.
Sharing. A week off. Yeah. We took
Let's make sure we get this on all of our pages.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here. That's always the saddle. Hold on. All right. I'm just trying to get it off your face. All right. All right. Leave for now. Okay.
So we have a couple people here already. Welcome.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Share to a page. No, I don't.
And this is going to be an interesting one today.
Post.
The drinks in the past have been for fun and levity. The drinks now may need to be just what you need to get through.
All right, let me put the comments here. Chat there. All right. We are ready to go. All right, we're ready. Ready? All right, have you all shared everything? Let me take a sip of my libation right here.
I've shared to one of them. I'm having trouble, but I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. I got this. I will be. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening and welcome to the 5th installment of See What Had Happened Was. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
And see what had happened was America went crazy over the past weekend. So first of all, let's start off. So you, Alex, you're in Seattle, Washington. So first of all, let's how many black folks is in Seattle, Washington?
2.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Okay, so what's happening? Talk to me about what's going on. What's happening in Seattle, Washington?
So first of all, let me ask you: are you safe, homie? Have you been safe?
I am safe. Yes, I'm safe. I'm good.
Okay.
Good to go.
All right. So I'm safe. I am in downtown Seattle. I live exactly downtown, and that is where the protests are happening, even as I'm broadcasting right now. And they've come as close to 2 blocks. Well, the protests have gone straight under my door, but like the vandalism and the looting and things like that has come as close to 2 blocks from my home. And it's just because we're more in the restaurant section of downtown as opposed to shopping section of downtown.
Does Seattle have a hood, like an urban area to where they're like privately owned stores, minority owned businesses, etc.? Does that happen in Seattle?
Let me be very clear. Seattle is not a black city. Okay. And I have experienced the most racism that I've ever experienced in any of the places I've lived. And I have hopscotched my little tail all around this country. And I've experienced it more here.
Why so?
How so?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know if we need to get into all of these examples, but one being the apartment complex that I live in. You know, me and Batman coming home and some dude we'd never seen before, but we lived here almost 2 years, asking me for my badge to get me in the building, saying he's not going to let me in. He wants to see some identification that I live here.
Oh, you were profiled, huh? Now you see how I feel.
Oh man, he didn't want this smoke. It got ugly real quick. He wound up running away. Okay. You know, I'm not proud, but I pull knives on people. Just saying.
Okay. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, right? Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Don't let it. I'm from the West Side.
Okay.
Anyway, so I just want to be very clear that Seattle is not a black city.
Okay, and what you're looking at now is Seattle, where she is right now. I think that's what.
I think it's loading.
Yeah,
that's our local news
right now. Okay.
But this crowd that is gathered tonight is bigger than what we saw on TV earlier today in DC. Or I am shocked. I am proud. I have struggled to find a good thing to say about Seattle the time that I've lived here, which is almost 2 years. And over the weekend, I have cried tears of hope because of this. And I am very proud of how this city is standing up. Very, very proud. And you would not have heard that from me before this weekend. So when I say they also, I want to let you know how close I am to it. Like about 2 blocks away, like the looting got to me. And I just pray it doesn't come any further down the street, because they've looted and boarded, because our building is attached to a corner grocery store, a neighborhood grocery store. And if they loot that and set that on fire, my home's on fire. And then we have to evacuate. We just have to go. It's just we have a short building. It's going to go up in flames and it's going to be done.
So basically, you've been in a house where all of this has been going on, but all of the stuff is going on like very, very close to you, right?
Extremely close. I posted something on Saturday. They marched right under my door, and it was a smaller movement because, these have grown over the days, but they were peaceful. So that was awesome. But they also came out in the rain, the thunder, and the lightning. And it had been doing that. It always rains in Seattle. Everybody knows that. That's a thing, everybody. But no. It was harder. It was boom, crack, pop. It was, I think our stadium got struck maybe. I mean, it was going down.
Pop, or was it snap, crackle, bip? Or like
it was all of that. It was all of that. Yeah. And they came out. And so I'm proud. And I must also say, one of my missions while we're doing the show, and if it happens, it happens. But I have cried more in the last week. And I mean, it's just I'm emotionally drained by how much I've cried. And so I'm going to try not to cry tonight. Yeah. But I mean, this has affected me so deeply, because out of everything that's ever gone on, I've always said we need allies. I've always said that, and it's a big thing that I've said. And I've made a switch in my career in recent years from being just a broadcaster and using my broadcasting talents and my television skills and my voiceover skills to infiltrate an industry that is not known for representing people of color. I'm in the outdoor industry primarily these days. And I do a lot of training videos, and I do a lot of stuff for the company on like diversity and inclusion. And I have worked to do videos for their YouTube and for their campaigns. And I've been in their nationwide web and magazine. I'm trying to get inclusion in a place where there's really not. And so that's another reason why this is so emotional for me, because I've spent the last 2 years of my life working on Black inclusion, because Black lives matter.
So I'm down here in Austin, Texas, like right outside of Austin, really in Fort Hood, Texas. I'm, like I said, outside of Austin, maybe like 50, 60 miles. I'm really like dead smack in the middle of Texas. I'm not really north like Dallas. I'm not really south like Houston. Like right dead in the middle of Central Texas. And I could say that there's been peaceful demonstrations in the area where I am. Now, if you go to Austin, you go to Dallas, you go to Houston, of course, major metropolitan cities, and they're out there. But where I am, I'm not really seeing any looting. Last night, they had a peaceful protest here in Killeen. And basically, that's my interaction with protesting. I'm not feeling any of it. I'm not seeing any of it unless, of course, I turn on CNN and watch Don Lemon or Wolf or some of these people explain what's going on. But as it relates to my experience with demonstrators, I'm not driving by anybody out with their signs or, no justice, no peace. I'm not passing any of that. So for the most part, I'm kind of thankful that I'm not in a situation where instance of violence could occur. I'm down here safe with it so far, but I'm giving so much support and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the story already, talking about George Floyd. Now, this happened back on May 25th, last week, if I'm not mistaken.
It was Monday, the day we were off. We just
Monday,
happened to be off.
Memorial Day. Happened on
Memorial Day.
Yeah. And we know what happened. Of course, we've seen that video time and time again. I've only seen the clip. I haven't seen the full video. I kind of refuse to watch the video.
You You got to be ready. You got to be ready.
And it's me because like I told you before, I don't even like watching like UFC fighting. You know, I'll watch a boxing match, but I don't even like seeing people get beat up like that. And to watch somebody die like right there, I don't think I'm even ready for it. Like I've seen the clip, but I think I'm good on seeing it. I think I'm good on seeing it. But I may watch it eventually. May even watch it while we're on here so you can get my real reaction. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But anyway,
well, let me just make one suggestion. If you choose to watch it, and eventually when you're ready and in your time, I would encourage you to, only for this reason. How many other people got killed before George Floyd and this did not happen? This reaction did not happen. This insurgence, this rise up, this revolution, this movement, these people who are our allies that are not of color and they are acting. So something in there is so extra that I think it's important that if it rose all those other people up, that, you know, it just gives you a better understanding of they saw it too. Just like, oh, it can't be denied anymore.
Yeah. So the autopsy report was released earlier today, and it proved that he died by asphyxiation from neck and back compression. Now, the earlier reports, the Minnesota, was it the medical examiner or the district attorney? One of them were saying that there wasn't enough evidence to charge or something to that effect. And the family went out and got an independent autopsy. And that's why we have these results here. Now, who's to say that Minnesota would have lied and said that he had hypertension or he had diabetes or whatever the situation was? But anyway, the autopsy came back today. And like I said, it was shown that he passed away from asphyxia by neck and back compression. Now, let me just first say this. If you haven't noticed already, I'm a black man, born and raised in the city of Chicago. I've dealt with Chicago police. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying it's like I'm a thug or that I'm out here on the corner and the police done got at me. I'm a regular guy. You feel me? I've been pulled over by the cops. The first thing is, what the fuck you doing out here for? Exactly. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing out here? Like, not to say hi or let me see your license or registration. The conversation starts like that. You know, there's been countless times where I've been pulled over by the police, and I always thank my mother who raised me. She was telling me this at 4 or 5 years old. If you come into a confrontation with the police, literally when I was a shorty, I was thinking to myself, why are you telling me to watch my drink at age 4, at 5? You know what I'm saying? But later on in life. But anyway, I was taught at a young age to be obedient to the police, despite whatever they say or do. I'm sure there are tons and hundreds, thousands of mothers out there that has told their child to do the same exact thing. Adhere to what the police tell you to do. This has happened plenty of times, hundreds and thousands of times. And now people are fucking fed up, tired of seeing this happen. I really think in this particular instance with George Floyd, if Ahmaud Arbery wouldn't have happened maybe a week or two, or maybe not, you know, so close.
And Breonna,
that was like, so bam, 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 you're going 3 and it's going to just keep happening? What? I'm going crazy. You got me in the house from COVID.
Exactly.
Okay, you finna give me $1,200. I'm in the house. I'm stuck. And now I got a time to get out here and like really get all of this emotion out. I'm going crazy. Looting, they're going through all of the stores. Great. Your ass should have had insurance. You didn't have insurance. I'm sorry. If you are a independent business owner or whatever, it should be in there for insurance to be in your, that should be one of the first things you do should a situation occur like this. Now, nobody's thinking you're going to get looted. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's thinking that your business is going to be ransacked and all of that. So as I say that to the independent business owners out there, you got to plan for certain things like this. I get it. Sometimes you're out there, your business, and you only struggling and making what you made that day, and that's what you have to take home, etc. I get it. But there's a lot of people complaining of what I'm seeing about, oh, they broke in my business, etc. Did you plan for it? Did you have insurance? You know,
right.
so that's the angle that I look at it as it relates to that. Now, my point, and like I said, this is happening now because of the consecutive issues, Ahmaud and then Breonna and then this.
And the video and the videos of those two. To be very clear, the videos.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, why y'all just believing us now? Did you not believe us before? But now you see it, it's undeniable.
So
it's undeniable.
So as it relates to people being sympathetic about the situation, you're asking questions about rioting and why are you doing this? Why did the cops kill all these innocent people? Why, when my first reaction or my first interaction with you, I'm getting cussed out. You know, I'm being called a nigga or whatever the situation is when I first meet a cop, when a cop first walks up to my window. You feel me? So
this ain't just you though either. Let me tell you,
no.
I've experienced this too. And I feel like when I experience racism, that's that blatant, it's gotta be super deep seated. Dude, I'm damn near the color of a piece of paper. So you gotta have some super, I have, you know, everybody told me I'm Puerto Rican. I'm everything but black, you know, like the other cultures. So when when a white person picks out, they don't know what you are, but they know what you're not. And when they pick that out, but I've been pulled over by the cops. They've tossed my car. They frisked me. They had me throw everything on the hood. They said I fit a description. I've had that. One of my earliest memories, which is so bad, I had to testify in court as a 6th grade little girl because across the street in my neighbor's front yard, the police tackled my brother who looks just like me, same color, and they did bang his head against the car. They did have their knee on his head, and they did have against my brother. My brother's not even 2 years older than me. So what is this 8th grade kid doing to you? And you guys are tackling him to the point that the neighbors had to call the police and they had to testify too in court. They were called. So, I mean, there's some deep-seated stuff here. It's just not chocolate you. You know, I've had crazy racism. And I'm like, you got to go deep to be racist against the chick that you don't know because her hair is slicked back and you don't really know what she is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of lost my point here.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so as it relates to all of the situation, all of the stuff that's going on, something that pops in my mind, that stays in my mind, that I can't help but to smile about is the fact that all these folks ain't black that's out protesting the death of a black man.
That's it.
It's like I see whites. I'm looking at CNN right now. I see whites. I see Hispanics. I see older white folks. I see older black folks out there. And this warms my heart. And I said this on the air earlier, to see another person that may not necessarily experience it, but sympathize and is on the front lines, damn near out there risking their lives for us, for a young man that was killed. And I just feel that now there's some people out here faking it. You'll see them throw their Black Lives Matter up. There's some people, but I feel you're really genuine when you're actually out there and risking your life in front of the police, risking tear gas and urine being thrown on you and rubber bullets being flown in your way. So I just want to shout out to everybody who's not black, who's out there stumping for us, who's out there, fighting a good fight for us. My heart is with you. Thank you so very much. I really, really, and I'm sure everybody else appreciates that.
You are our ally. We need allies. That's the only way we're going to do this. We need allies.
Yeah. So in that instance, like, thank you very much. And also, I want to stress the fact that you are the people that has to change this. Yeah. We've been fighting, we've been screaming for years, way before we were born. Our parents, their parents, everybody's been screaming for all of this stuff to stop. When someone like yourself says, okay, you're being racist toward him, you're only doing this because he's black, or you see something that's happening, it's your duty at this point to say something. And that's all we're asking that you do, is say something, because if I'm white and somebody else white is telling me to stop doing this, especially if we're in a position of power or whatever, I'm gonna actually listen to my counterpart telling me to stop. So it all starts with you all. It all begins with you all and ends with you all. Everybody that ain't black that's helping us and that's stumping for you guys, stumping out for us. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me point out some of the places too, because even though it's happening here in the United States, we got Ireland, we got Berlin, we got New Zealand rose up like hell. We got Amsterdam. Let me tell you the one thing that really got me. Told you I've been crying all damn week, but this one really had me in a serious boo-hoo. The Amish came out and protested. Mm-hmm. The Amish are not of this world. The Amish, they stay to themselves. They're like, we're doing our little thing over here with our little horses and buggies, and that's what we're doing. And
here's
they came out and protested. You got to know what's messed up when the Amish are holding signs and protesting.
Yeah. Well, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Something that I also wanted to bring up. Hold on, I had it jotted down here. Oh, the fact that do we want? Okay, let's do it. The president of the United States. The president of the United States. Now, I work for a media company. I have to, even in this situation, I have to kind of sort of watch what I say because of whatever. I got wrote up last year for talking about the president on Facebook. Yeah. One of his little supporters told on me, and I know who she is, but we're going to pretend like we smiling in each other's face quite frequently. But anyway, long story short, your president.
I don't like her.
This is a situation right here where you need to first address the nation. You need to stop programming at night and let everybody know that you are aware of what's happening. Help is on the way. You understand what's going on. Here comes help. Chill. Go home. Stop. What is he doing? He's fanning the flames. That's exactly what this man is doing. Earlier today, and Alex hit me on this, where he ordered the military, or now break that down, or 1870 something. What was it? He's ordering the military to do.
I'll give it to you. So first of all, there was a very peaceful protest in DC, and they were protesting right in front of the White House. They had been there peacefully for 8 hours, so nothing was going down. And then all of a sudden, he gave the order for the military that he's called in, by the way, military from 5 surrounding states as well. So you got the DC police, you got the DC National Guard, and you got the military police, and then you got the military from surrounding states. Told them to rush the crowd because what he did, and so they were standing there peacefully, and all of a sudden they got tear gassed. They had policemen on horses that were going to trample the crowd and shooting rubber bullets. There was one protester, and I did not see this, but one protester said they got the water hoses. They are about to turn them on us. I didn't see that.
I saw that.
But I didn't see it happen, and I saw them dogs out there. And anytime I see hoses and dogs, I'm having a moment. It does take me back. I got problems with German Shepherds to this day. The German Shepherd didn't do anything to me. But I'm just saying, because of these images. So he did that. And what happened was, these people are crying, these people are tear gassed, what have you. And it coincided with, he came out and he was standing at the podium in the Rose Garden, and he made a statement on how he is going to take over every state by military force, whether the governor or if the state or whatever likes it or not. He is a president of law and order. And he has now enacted the Insurrection Act of 1807, which says you can bring in the military to handle anything in any state. Now in DC, he was able to do that today. Mind you, this is so many resources costing our people and costing our nation. And we're out of work. This is money you could be given to the people to live, to feed their children. But so anyway, taking up these resources, this act, he could bring in this military and have them force jump at peaceful protesters in DC, because DC is not a state. Knowing the laws and knowing history, and I was a history major and I'm a history buff, there's different nuances. But now this Insurrection Act of 1807 that he has enacted says the military can come in and you can bring it into another state, but only if it is requested by the governor of that state. You can't just go in all willy-nilly because you've decided. He has led us to believe he can't. Set that to the side for a moment because it's illegal and that's probably not going to happen anywhere because they're not going to ask for it. But the other thing was, found out he also cleared out those people so he could walk across the street and get a photo op at St. John's Episcopal Church. So now this church is closed. It's not open. And all he did was stand in front with a Bible and he took pictures. Said a couple words, America's great. And he did a photo op. And about, I don't know how many, 30 minutes later, the bishop of that church was livid. And she was on CNN. She said, let's be clear. I did not know he was going to do that. He did not have my permission to do that. We are not in line with his values. He is not in line with Jesus. He has never come to this church and prayed in this church before. She said her parishioners are mad. People are mad. She was like, we do not agree with anything that he is talking about. He should not have been at my church. And she is livid. She can't do anything but be mad and speak out about it. But she said he should not have come to my church. Stay away from my church.
So this is what happened earlier. This is the president, and next to the church, he did the whole protest, and he did it just for the photo op. Yeah,
photo op. So that's why he cleared the people out, because he walked down the street. He didn't motorcade or nothing, or walked across the street. He had them get rushed. Mind you, when cops are on horses coming at you, that riot gear is scary enough, but they can trample you. And they were pushing people out of the way. And he did that. And he walked across the street. He got his damn photo op and he went back across the street. What was the point?
Yeah.
That's not even your church. You don't even go there normally. Yeah. That was foul. That was foul.
Are you done?
I'm sorry. Don't get me started. This has been a very emotional week for me. I'm not the most emotional person. Trey used to say every day on our morning show, Alex is heartless. This became like the mantra of the show. And I'm like, I'm not heartless. But this week has really taken me.
Yeah. So here's what I want, because of course, we know in another day or so, protests will be done. We've read this book before. We've seen this story before. Someone dies. Here comes the protest, the looting, the public outrage. Then it kind of fizzles out. Then it goes back. Everything goes back to normal. Here's what I would like to see. I would like to see this energy constantly going. Keep that same fucking energy. Keep it going. We got everybody's attention now. Everybody's paying attention now. Everybody's sympathetic now. This is the prime example. You know how when you know the right moment to go ask your dad for a freeze pop or, for some money, this is the perfect moment for us to like just keep going at it. We got multiple celebrities who are jumping in this, and you have more on that. Like,
oh my God,
Nick Cannon, the video that Nick Cannon and LL Cool J both put out was great.
Unbelievable. So Nick Cannon, he even traveled to make this happen. He went to Minneapolis and he went other places. He was I believe in Chicago with Flager. But he put out such a poignant piece of art and took time to make this video. If you've not seen it, just Google it. I'll share it to the page. It'll be there in a hot second. But it was powerful. And he put himself in the place of George Floyd in this video he made. So he made art, beautiful art. LL Cool J, he wrote a rap and he, expressed it on Twitter. And I swear I thought the man was going to spontaneously combust and explode in front of my face. He was so angry.
Yeah, it was a good video. And it shows he still got it.
I mean, but I just thought he was going to. You could see him puffing up. I thought he was going to burst. And so stuff like that is awesome. And then they've been at this a long time. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Don't get it twisted. They ain't new to this party. They have been supporting protesters for years. They show up and feed them lunch and dinner and breakfast. They'll bail them out of jail. And they've promised to do that now. So they're also Johnny on the spot. And you have other people promising to bail people out as well. And that is powerful. They even had, not sure if you're a fan of Ryan Reynolds. He's Deadpool. He plays Deadpool in those movies, and his wife, Blake Lively. They put out a message that was a little bit more than other people say. There's other white people that say, we need to stand up. We need to stand up. They went and said, we apologize for being so ignorant in the past. We did not. We were ignorant in the past. We did things that were so tone deaf. We are so wrong, and we need to make amends for our mistakes. And they have pledged money, and they're doing things. That's big when you also admit a mistake too. They're just not saying, I'm just going to do this for the cause. So, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that are fluffing up, and we need it. Keep going.
Sorry, we got an Amber Alert. A missing kid somewhere, somehow, some way.
Say the name. Let's look for the baby.
It's in Texas. So while we're here, shouts out to Osman, Monique Tanner, Rebecca, First Lady Thomas checking in, D. Curtis Randall, Sophia Edwards. Shouts out to everybody. Corey, CL Crocker. If you guys want to chime in, we could provide the link for you, and you could come up and have a conversation with us as it relates to this. So I don't know if you see the link or just go to the comments here. I'll put it on the Facebook page, on the other Facebook page. But if you guys would like to just chime in and just, give your insight on what's going on, by all means, jump in and we could put you on screen here. Hopefully you got a haircut or your hair is done. If not, I will talk about you. So if you guys want to jump in, go ahead, Alex.
Let me mention something else that I have found despicable. And so again, the tears. When the police have targeted the media, have you seen those instances over the past week where they had rubber bullets shot at them, where they were arrested? That CNN crew was arrested. There's even an account of Liz. I forget her last name right now, but Liz, I love you, girl. She's in Chicago. And while she was trying to get to work to CBS to do her job at night, they were giving her all types of hell when they let her white male coworker just pass. And it's hard as a media person like right now, I'm not on the radio. I can say whatever the hell I want to. Trey already said he got to be careful because he got in trouble. She is actively a journalist. It's very tough for you to speak out as a journalist personally because your job is supposed to be non-biased. Just report the story. You are not the story. I don't know if she's going to get in trouble from her Facebook post. I don't know, but she clearly stuck her neck out to say something that was an injustice, that was wrong. And I let her know I was with her. I need to find her name, but her name is Liz, CBS2. And if I find it, I'll post it in the comments. But I applaud that media sister for standing up because I don't know what backlash she may get because of it from her employer. Yeah, well, they got me last year. I talked about his supporters.
Yeah, they got me. So yeah. Well, basically that's all I got tonight as it relates to this. If, like I said, if there's anybody that wants to chime in, you can. We've been on about 33 minutes. Alex has talked 31 and a half minutes.
Look, hey, I'm emotional. It's been a week. I got 2 more things.
I had a whole thing though. You see this?
Go ahead.
I know you blow it. It's all good though. But it's good that you got your opinion out and you gave informative information. So that's all. I ain't tripping. It's all good. Okay, I'm tripping just a little bit, but it's okay.
I'm just saying, when you're passionate about it,
man,
and it's been pent up, and I've talked to Batman about it, but I've not had anybody really to talk about it with. I have my best friend is a COPA attorney, and that she works for the Civilian Order of Police Accountability. And it's rough on her every day of what she has to just, see to charge cops who are being inappropriate. And so I don't even want to talk to her in her off time when she's seeing this all day at 8 hours plus at work to now talk to her. So I don't talk to my best friend about, I really don't have anybody to talk about. So this is a week this is y'all getting it. I'm so sorry. Y'all getting it. But I need to also say, I love the police in the certain cities who have taken a knee with the protesters and have marched with protesters.
It's numerous. It's numerous videos of police saying, "Look, we with y'all." You know what I'm saying?
That is epic. Yeah. And I will keep pointing back to the line of white women in Louisville, Kentucky, that made themselves a barrier between the police and the black protesters in those very first days of the protesting. Thank you. We need our rights.
So CL Crockett is in the green room right here. What you want to add to it, my brother? First of all, good evening. Thanks for coming on with us, man.
Trey the Chocolate Jocks.
What up? What up? What's going on, man?
Hey, Crockett.
Missed you guys in Chicago, number one.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Kind of raised me in my early youth, but
don't make me feel old, man. Don't do that.
Just you old.
Don't do that.
I got gray in my beard now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, what I would like to add to the show is that none of this would change till these white people change their mentality of the control and power they have, along with the money and the patience they have.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change. We can keep losing, fighting. It's been going on for many years.
Yeah.
If change, it's not going to change. But
this is the reason why I said we got them. We got their attention. Everybody's feeling sorry. Let's keep going. Let's introduce some legislation. Let's do something. Let's make a thing of this now.
But when it comes to that, we've been having their attention since King and Malcolm X, and
I think we got it way more than ever now, though.
Guys like that, right?
Yeah.
But you know who's gonna end up probably seeing the success of what those guys and guys like you guys, what you're doing on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
If you got kids, your kids may see it, but at least see it. Just like we thought we wouldn't see a black president either, right? And we got in the 70s, 80s that got a chance to see that,
right?
But still under control by that house, that wasn't going, compared to when Bill Clinton was in office. He locked up a lot of our guys from the neighborhood. Y'all from Chicago, y'all know how it go.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, brother. Have we gotten over that? Because I noticed that is still a conversation, a piece to be brought up. Everybody's talking about the '94 crime bill. Have we gotten over that? Or are we gonna still use that like moving forward? We haven't gotten over it yet.
No, because ain't nobody's record expunged. That shit's still on their record.
Bodine shouldn't have been robbing the liquor store down at the. He shouldn't have been doing the shit that he did to get locked up. Let
me ask you this. How is it that you legalize weed, but you got so many people still incarcerated from marijuana? You open up these dispensaries, but a black-owned dispensary can't get opened up in the 28th ward or certain wards in the community. But then you got a guy like, I just speak of just one of them, which is El Chapo. You allow them to bring the drug over here. You profit off of it, right? You profit off of it. And on top of that, you lock the guy like that up. And then guess what's going on right now here in Chicago on Cermak and 26? The blacks and the Mexicans are shooting at each other.
Yo, I saw that. So the Latin Kings are doing what? What are they doing now?
Well, they said you're not going to come over and break into our stores, things like that. I get it. Y'all come from a country where it's poor, way poorer than America. I get it. But at the same time, our people ain't seeing the bigger picture. Them or us. Imagine if all the minorities was to link together. What ruckus we'll cause? They'll try to kill all of us.
Right.
But ready to go to war. Are you willing to die for yours? Are you willing to take a life for yours and keep this thing going like how they're doing it, keeping this money tree going in the power? You see what I'm saying? It's like Cap Neal. But guess what? We don't have our own NFL. We don't have our own NBA.
True.
Right.
True. Now, how, like I said, how this will be relayed to the higher ups or the people, I think we need not stop where we're at now. What I'm saying is, I think we need to just constantly keep protesting. I don't even know. I can't offer solutions. All I know is that we got their attention the most we've ever had.
Okay, we got their attention, right?
Yeah.
But don't you think it'd probably be a better way of doing it as far as the direction we're going, even though we got their attention. But don't you think a sneak attack would be a little more better, meaning getting into instead of just playing sports, we get into the back end of everything.
We've tried that. We've been trying that for years, homie. That's when you see black officers on the police force. They've tried to say, I'm going to come in. Look, dude, I just watched an old episode of Family Matters. Don't laugh at me. Carl Winslow was like, that's why I became a cop. He said that's why I became a cop, because and he did whatever with Eddie had an incident like this. He said I became a cop so I could change it from the inside. So we have a lot of these people, but let's be clear, they also don't let a lot of us in to the areas, and they also give us the power to that. Once we're in, we don't get to the level where we can change it systemically. We're in there and we're trying to whisper in people's ears, but the shouts in the other ear drown out the whispers that we're trying to do.
But guess what? They just as scared as you think they are.
Right.
Yeah, privilege for a reason. They created that. Everything that's in America been built off our backs, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Hey, man.
I'm in a
black. I'm sorry.
Y'all go. I'm in a black-owned cigar lounge called Casa de Pura. As you can see.
Okay, shameless plug.
So,
okay,
nice.
All right.
Be safe, homie. Though COVID is still out there. Be safe.
Yeah.
I'm past curfew, but guess what? I still got to take my black self to work tomorrow. And if I told you what I did for a living, y'all would laugh. But at the same time, you understand, I still got mouths to feed, and I ain't even got no kids. I still.
There you go. There you go. Well, look here, brother. Thank you, man, for chiming in. We appreciate it. We do this every Monday, so we'd love to have you as a regular because you seem like a pretty smart brother that provides a lot of insight that the brothers want to hear about, man. So,
absolutely.
I appreciate y'all bringing me on, and I'll bring on
sir.
Good brothers too that's in here that's doing their thing through the COVID, through the depression, or whatever you want to call it. Because Trump got a bigger plan. It look like it's starting to play out right now. So
I send my love.
Be safe out there, man. Love. Hey, be safe. I got a cousin out there in Seattle too, man. Just moved out there. So I hope everything's good out there, Trey. I know you down there in Dallas. Not Dallas, Austin.
Yeah.
Be safe out there,
man. Yeah.
They still don't like us.
I know. They do a good job of pretending like it, though.
Look, Jimi Hendrix was here, and so was Quincy Jones, and I'm having this problem. Just saying.
Yeah. All right, see, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
All right, cool. Yeah, is there anybody else that would like to chime in out there? Something I want to talk about to Brother Max Clark. He says people are still in jail from the 93 crime bill. Come on, Trey.
They are.
Now, I'm not doubting that at all. I'm not doubting that at all. But here's what I'm saying. I don't think the cops were going, and I don't want to get too deep into this because I do understand a lot of, hell, I had cousins that were like, my uncles were like in and out of the system in the 90s around that time. So I get it. I understand. I was affected by it as well. I'm just saying that people always, how do I say this? People are talking about free David, free David. What the fuck did David do to get in jail in the first place? Why is David locked up? You know what I'm saying? So here's what I'm saying. You do the crime, you got to do the time. Now, I'm not with you getting 20 years for.
That's it right there.
You know, I'm not for you getting 20 years for you stealing a bag of potato chips or something like that. No. But if you done this shit 3 times, wouldn't they giving you 3 strikes?
Yeah, they told you ahead of time. So that is the thing. I will agree with you there. I was hoping you were going to get there. It's just that the punishments are disproportionate. That's the big thing.
Put the punishment so strict. They make the punishment so strict so your dumb ass won't do it again. The second time. What did you do? Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm gonna do it a second time.
But okay, let me bring
time happened. Now, when the third time is happening, you all crying and shit, but you got 2 fucking warnings beforehand that told you if you go to jail again, you're going to jail for 20 years.
But let me tell you this
already.
They did, but let me tell you, we just saw those people last week or the week before in Michigan, and they had assault weapons, and they went into the Michigan Capitol with assault weapons, and not one person was arrested. Why? Because they were white. Let a black person do that. Let a black person. You mean to tell me you can go in somewhere with assault rifles and not get arrested into a government building? Oh, hell no. So the other thing is, while, you know, Ray went in and robbed $20 from the store or stole some Doritos and some Funyuns, whatever he did, yeah, it was wrong. He wasn't supposed to steal. He wasn't supposed to do this.
So stop right there, because that's my point. You know right from wrong. I done told you once.
I agree.
Don't do this again. I've told you twice. Don't do this again. Now don't look at me because I done told you 2 times. Your ass is in here for 30 years for doing some stupid shit because I told you once and I told you twice. So if that one time of me telling you to get your ass off the street, stop selling drugs. Or that second time I told you stop robbing these people or you will go to jail. The third time you got to pay the fucking consequence.
But
Now,
Asher
again,
and Xander, Asher and Xander would have gone up in there and did the same thing, and they would have been like, "Boys will be boys."
Who the fuck is Asher and Xander?
Exactly, some little white boys, some 13-year-old white boys who just boys will be boys who are not charged as adults.
You should have called them Tanner and Evan or something.
Whatever.
Then I would have understood.
Ethan and Adam.
Woo. So that's my point about the 94 crime bill. We always bringing it up, but we have to take account of the shit that we do ourselves. Stop robbing. Stop shooting.
Agreed.
Take your ass in the house when you're out there in the corner, and then we wouldn't be talking about the fucking 93 crime bill in 2020. Simple. That's our problem. We don't want to accept our mistakes, our issues. Simple. I came up with a lot of people in the early 90s or whatever. Well, shit, that wouldn't be a good point because a lot of them dead, not in jail right now.
I'm a rule follower,
we gotta stop using the 94 crime bill as a reason to not vote for Joe Biden. We got to give me something else. Give me something else. Provide something else for me as a reason not to vote for Joe Biden.
No, we need to vote for him. He keeps saying stupid shit that is going to, mess it up for himself. He keep going off script. Stick to your writers.
We knew Joe Biden was we knew he was a loose cannon.
Stop saying stupid stuff. Just stick to the script, homie. Let your writers write it and stick to it. But I'm still voting for him.
I'd rather him keep saying stupid shit than that.
Yes. No, agree. We agree. We shake hands on that one. Agree.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, come on, Joe. Just come on. Stick to the script. Let your writers write it. And have somebody who's not tone deaf as your running mate. Just 2 weeks ago, we talked about who's going to be the running mate. Now I'm all for either Stacey Abrams or Kamala Harris. We got to give me one of them.
Okay. I like Kamala Harris because we need a prosecutor in there.
Absolutely.
Look at what's happening. I like Kamala Harris, but the name of the surface is Keisha Lance Bottoms.
You can't take her out of there. She is the mayor of Atlanta and she is necessary down there. We need her down there. We need her.
Hey, man. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Biden is considering her.
We need her though. If she comes out of there, it's gonna be a problem back down in Atlanta. We need her down there. That was
another person down in Atlanta.
I'm saying that was a big election for her to be in. It was Stacey Abrams, who also there was whatever you call rigging and stuff, and why she didn't win too. And we want to keep all our Senate people in the Senate. But I'm just saying,
I'm not so excited about her, Abrams. I'm more excited than Kamala.
I love Kamala. My worry is while I lived in California, in San Francisco, when Kamala was out there and she was just wrecking shop because she is the truth. If I'm gonna be completely honest, knowing my people the way we know our people, I'm worried that she comes off as talking over people's heads and is uppity. And I'm worried about the fact that her husband is white. I'm worried. That shouldn't mean anything. I'm with a white man.
So it shouldn't.
And
but we're so stupid. We look at stuff like that. We're so stupid. We look at stuff like that.
It's not stupid.
Why is she married to a white man? Why is she married to a white man?
The word is not stupid. The word is not stupid. There's been stuff ingrained in us since slavery that is just there. And you don't even necessarily have the words for it, but something fluffs up in you in your subconscious and underneath where you don't even know what's going on. But you'll see her face and you'll be like, I don't like her. And then I'm telling you, and it's the big thing women have. There's colorism. Colorism is huge in the Black community. So she's light skinned. She got this white man. They feel like she's outside of her race. And then she's like, oh, she thinks she uppity. She thinks she better than us. And we all watch School Days. Now she got long hair and it's straight. It's a jigaboo or wannabe. I'm telling you, these things exist in our community. And it's not our fault. They did this to us. They pit us against each other during slavery days so that we weren't allies with ourselves to rise up against them. But I'm just saying we cannot ignore these things.
No, I understand what you mean. But it sounds like sometimes Black folks just find a reason to just not.
They do. They
it's
do.
Just come on, people. This is June 1st, November 3rd is the day we flush the turd. Get his go to the elections. Make sure you are at the polling place. What you need to do now is Stoney. I see you going well. We'll let you in a quick second, sir. Yeah. We need to do 3 things. Number 1, buy a gun. Have a gun. Have a gun in your possession.
I can't have a gun.
The right to bear arms. Take advantage of that shit now.
I can't have a gun. I pull my knife on too many people. I can't. I'm gonna shoot somebody. I'll be in jail. I can't.
Number 1. Number 2, register to vote. Get out there. It takes 5-10 minutes to register to vote. Get that registration card in your hand, or however they do it in your area, and make sure you have a voter's registration card. Number 3, fucking vote, please. November 3rd. All you people out here I don't like neither one of them. Dumbass, vote for one of them. Vote for one of them. Somebody vote for one of them. And I think if you pay attention to the news, you'll know the right person to vote for.
And not only that, but I will tell you, out of all of this, George Floyd's brothers have come forth and they have said, if you are really on our cause, if you are really marching in the name of my brother, if you are really serious about this, stop being violent and vote. They have both said that. They said vote. This is the most important thing. They are begging you on behalf of George, please vote.
And the timing of this is perfect. The timing of all of this is perfect. We got Mr. Gone Wild, Mr. Stoney. How's it going, sir? This evening, how's it going?
Hey, Alex, what's going on, fella?
Hey, Stoney, miss you, buddy.
Yeah,
y'all too.
Yeah. What do you have to add to this, fella?
You know what? It was really just only one thing I wanted to add, man. I know, everybody's saying that we have other different nationalities and stuff that's helping us out.
Yes.
But at the same time, people need to really understand and look at what was shown to us. This was very, very organized.
What you on the prime code? What kind of
I know, right? You got
that a can and the string productions. What's happening here, man?
No, I don't know why the connection is bad. I was hearing the same thing with y'all.
Okay, here's what we're gonna need you to do: log out and then come back in because you're talking funny. Okay. Yeah, come back and then come back in. Yeah,
water. But I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, he makes valid points sometimes. I don't know how I can take the credibility of a man and a wife beater right now, but we'll figure out. Perhaps we can go get him a T-shirt or something.
Do a quick change, homie. Just change the visual.
Yeah. Yes, Amy. Amy Hansen says, "Vote, vote, vote." I know it's cliche. Girl. It's always a cliche that comes across where, man, this is vote or die. This election is key right here. This is the motherfucker right here. Do you hear me? This one right here. This is the one that we need to be in the polls for. Again, I think we should do a specific show on people who are not voting or who are not happy with either of the candidates.
Yeah.
So you may want to jot that down on your grocery list for future references. We need to devote an entire show to people who don't like Trump or do not like Biden and who have said that they're just not going to sit this they're just not going to vote. They are not going to cast their vote for anybody. They're just going to stay home. I just need to get through to these people. Like, the same people that said that is responsible for this dude being in office right now. That's motherfucker true. Lost the election by how many millions? 3-4 million votes. He's not even supposed to be in office. If you go and vote, it would be your duty to go in there and vote and put either Biden in office or reelect this dude. Note how I have to play both sides of the thing here, but you can say like what the fuck you want. I'm just going back and forth with him. But anyway, do those 3 things: buy a gun, register to vote, and vote. Because I say buy a gun because look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. You need some protection. So that's what I got to say about that. Shouts out Charmaine McCann. She says black folks and their conspiracy theories always stops us from moving forward. For example, why vote? My vote doesn't count.
Not right, you, baby
motherfucker,
girl.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Stop asking questions.
Just do it. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just do it. Considering you getting your steps on your Fitbit for the damn day. I'm just saying, whatever it is, just do it, sister girl.
Yeah. Just get out there and vote. Thanks to Charmaine McCann who dropped that. So yeah. And like wait. I said, what?
Max Clark put an interesting comment up here. I don't know if this is true or not. But it's worth mentioning for me to go look it up and research it later. Jamie Foxx said George Floyd was opening up a church. Did we know that? No.
Who knows? I was scrolling on Facebook, or speaking of George Floyd, they didn't found the man's sex tape.
No.
They found the man. I didn't, of course, click on the link, but one of my followers made a reference to a sex tape of his, and I'm like, why?
That's so ignorant, y'all. Negroes. Let me tell y'all.
Why?
That is so bad. That's so.
Yeah.
Let's leave that right where that is. I do want to say something else too. Is Tony calling back?
Who knows? But if there's anybody that would like to chime in, the code for our StreamYard is right here on our status. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up right here. If you want to just jump on in, you can. Where is the? Okay, here it is right here. So basically, you just copy that link right there. And just jump on in, and I'll let you in. You can continue the conversation. But
we're going to be wrapping up soon, so hurry up. So come on in. So one of the things is with this rioting and with this looting, we have been saying, "Come on, our people, peacefully protest and don't do this and don't do this." And there is already proof from local government, and there have already been arrests made that there are other factions coming into the peaceful protest, and they are against our cause, and they're trying to make us look bad. And so they're coming in, and they're the one disrupting, and they're rioting, and then they're looting. It's not all the people that are protesting this. And they've already made arrests in Chicago because they have camera footage of the person looting, like in Minneapolis and also in Chicago. They also have the same people that have been hitting Indianapolis and Chicago and in Wisconsin. And so they are, and people in Seattle have been seen in Portland. So there are people that are also anti our movement who are trying to make us
just blending in on the violence. Yeah.
They really are. And they're coming in, and then they just started, and they're rabble rousers. So I also want you to, there's some of our people who are like, oh, snap, they bust the window of Nike. I need a new pair. So there are some of our people who are doing that. But I'm just saying, they have found out, local government in multiple cities have found out that they are anti-us factions that are coming in to ruin the look of us and ruin our protests.
I may or may not have put in a request to a known looter for some merchandise. I may or may not have.
No, don't do it.
But on a real serious note, in terms of the damage that has been done, good. You can buy another couch, again, to reiterate, for those who are upset about and saying that, you're probably just tuning in now, is just talking about all of the damage that has been caused. I really can't get mad at anybody. I'm seeing these images. Well, I can't. Okay, let me go back to that. That was a video I saw where it was about 20 people. This was downtown Chicago. And they were dragging the cop, like throwing stuff on the cop, urine, kicking the cop, dragging the cop. And I was just saying to myself that it's funny because the cops know they can't do anything. You got to sit here and take this L, take this smack. What, you going to hit me back? What you going to keep hitting me back while the camera's rolling? So I just think that was a really uncomfortable situation for many police to be in. My heart goes out to you. If you're out there and you're legitimately trying to stop these people from looting and damaging stuff, my heart goes with you. My support goes with you. But if you're one of those cops that did something in the past and you out here getting your ass whooped, great, good, thumbs up to you.
Come on.
Yeah, because karma, you get it back. It goes back on you. But again, if you're an innocent cop, if you're an innocent cop, my heart goes out to you. But if you're not,
I'm not on the violence. I'm not on the looting, no matter what. I just want us to. I'm on some Michelle Obama. When
I'm on some burn, baby, burn.
No, we can't.
By any means necessary. So we on two sides of the spectrum here. Because I'm like,
I'm in between.
You upset. You've been in the house with COVID. Yes. They throwing $1,200 in your face. You can't get a job. You probably don't even have a haircut. It's all the way messed up.
But Sally Beauty Supply didn't do it to me. Sally Beauty Supply didn't do it to me. And they robbed here in Seattle suburb. They broke into a tattoo and piercing shop. Are you kidding me, homie?
Let's talk about the stupid shit we've seen people steal. Okay. Now the guy did not steal a Chicago police horse. That's his horse. And I befriended my man, the dreadhead cowboy cat. So to those thinking that somebody actually stole a horse, it didn't happen. That would not happen. I think the horse would kick your ass before you would even get on the horse, to thinking that you stole a horse. Number one. Number two, Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. Nobody came to the zoo and let out animals. So these pictures that you're seeing, that pictures you're seeing with stray monkeys and a giraffe, it was a big ass hippopotamus in the street, like in between two cars.
Can we do better? Our friend, our colleague, Special K, Karen Lee. She posted one day, and she was only all short, 5 to 8 minutes, whatever it is, but she very succinctly wrapped it up like, come on, people, let's do better than, especially media people. If we are going to share information, can we just please research our information and share correct information? Because this is stupid. You can easily research any piece of information, just don't press share. And because it's damaging and it's hurtful to our intelligence, our cause. We go repeat this, we go spread this, and it just doesn't help. So that is one thing. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on.
So we're going to wrap things up. We thank you so very much for tuning in. Every single Monday, we'll be here 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to follow us on first, you're already following us here on Facebook, but you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, we got the YouTube channel and Facebook page, right?
Facebook page, but we got anywhere that you get podcasts. We also subscribe to we're on about 7 or 8 other podcasts. So let's just say, you can't sit down here with us and you can't do the visual, but you'd rather listen to it while you're working out, going for a run, on your bike, driving into work, doing your chores, because it burns up less battery on your phone to just do a straight audio podcast. Let's do it. Come get us there. We're there.
We're available on everything except Apple Podcasts. They got it. I guess they got to do a DNA test, and
they still trying to verify us because we Black.
No, but we're on everything: Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that. So again, thank you so very much. Every Monday, 9 p.m. we'll be right here. So if you guys have topics or if you want to jump in, feel free to inbox us and let us know what it is. Okay.
This is your show too, as much as it is us wanting to tell y'all some awesome stuff that we've been through. This is a dialogue. This is both of us. This is interactive. So hit us up with topics and what you want to talk about. And then when we finally share the link and we tell you guys to chime in and come on into the green room and we'll pull you all into the show. Let's do that too.
Yeah. So again, thank you. And again, change begins and ends with you. And if you see somebody that's not Black and just suggest to them the right thing to do. You are with them if you don't say nothing. Okay? So please just keep that in mind. All right. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
See, what had happened was
America went crazy.
Yes, it did. We'll talk to you guys next Monday. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Deuces.
Oh.